Salam alaikum everyone. This is Kelly and I thought I'd do my revert video now, just so that it's out of the way, so people can just look back to it and see how I reverted and why I reverted. I started by saying revert means to convert. That's the same thing. If anyone's confused reverts, it means that you're going back to it, because in Islam everyone's born Muslim, they're born innocently, born pure, they're not born as a mistake, we're not born with sin. As Christians say, everyone's born clean. So I say revert because I'm going back to that state. Okay, so I was raised Christian, and I went to church. I went to Sunday school, me and my brothers. I had a normal family life. I had a mom and dad and 3 brothers, and things are pretty normal. We weren't like, the most privileged family of the model, but we had a pretty normal life. My parents divorced when I was 8, and I went with my mom here, and that's when things sort of started getting a bit weird, and everyone else sort of left Christianity, and my whole family, they just sort of left Christianity, and I didn't. I sort of wanted to keep going to church, so I'd get my mom to drop me off at church by myself, and I'd sit in the service, listening, learning things, and then she'd pick me up, and when I got to about the age of 13, I started to rebel a bit, and I pretty much lost my religion. I'd tell everyone I was Christian, but I wasn't Christian. I do anything Christian-like. When I was 15 and a half, almost 16, I moved out on my own, because I felt like my mom and her new partner had their life, and I wasn't really involved in that. They had a daughter, and I was sort of an add-on. My brother had already moved out, and I felt like I didn't belong in their family, so I moved out. My mom helps me move out, which is kind of weird. She didn't stop me from moving out at all, which I look back on, now I think it's kind of sad, but I don't know, I was happier on my own. I started modeling when I was 16, exactly 16, and they kept telling me, "Are you gonna go to Milan? You're going to do this, but all you have to do is wear a bikini and lose 4 inches of your bottom." At the beginning I'll say yeah, I can do that, I can do that. When they started saying that I was sort of overweight, and that I needed to lose weight, and to continue on as a model, I thought something was wrong. I remember my last audition, my last interview as a model, I remember going in there, and there are about 20 other girls in there. And I just remember thinking like these girls have not eaten anything in a long time, like they are really skinny, and they're going on about it, saying, salads, you shouldn't eat there, and you should eat this, and it's like I was thinking, I just ate Dunkin' Donuts, and now I'm here. I was like, I do not belong here, I want to go home, and so obviously, I didn't get that job because there were a whole lot of skinny minis around me. So I quit modeling. I don't think it was because of Islam. I think it was just more of me as a woman knowing my limit, and because there was no limit, with modeling, people models will do anything, like they will take off all their clothes. They will say anything, they'll be anyone, and they'll starve themselves, just to look good, just to have that one photo shoot. And I just thought that this model lives more than that. So, I said my shahada quietly, not like a big gathering, because I thought I didn't want a lot of strangers there, for like a big thing in my life. Not by myself with another person, but I didn't want a lot of people there. My parents did not support me being Muslim, and they still don't really, and my mom puts up with it sometimes. Someone goes out of her way to put me down, that she tells her that if she sees someone that we used to know, that didn't know I was Muslim, she wants to tell them, my Muslim, to get a reaction out of them, for them to laugh, or for them to say something insulting or something. I looked more into it, Islam, I kept looking into it, and I had some ups and downs. I started wearing a hijab a year ago. I always found up sort of hard, I still do a bit, and how I wake up in the morning, I sort of have to tell myself that I'm a Muslim.
Thanks for watching. Please show your love and support by just liking and subscribing to our channel and hitting the little bell to receive notifications.